Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to another Aston Villa Football Manager 2013 episodes. I've played through a bit more, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to play through it a bit more, like I said in previous episodes, so I can get through the seasons quickly, because you know FIFA 14 is approaching. So yeah, I tried to play a bit, and I'm actually trying to play it really fast right now. I made the gameplay on the actual thing quick. I just put key highlights and put it on fast speed so I can get through it really quickly, because the best part of this series is probably going to be a couple seasons in when I have built my team the way I want it, because there's a lot of players, or not a lot, there's some players I want to get rid of. I believe Norwich was the last episode, correct me if I'm wrong. Norwich or Hull, I can't remember which one, but one of those. And yeah, since then we got a win against Swansea. Sorry if you heard like a background noise there, something exploding outside, not sure what it is, but anyway. Yeah, Luna, he's actually been very good, but unfortunately now he's been injured. He's got a big injury, I think it's like 4 months. As you can see, he scored twice in the Premier League, and he's got 2 player of the matches, which is always good to see. If you see injuries right now, yeah, that's not part of it. I'll just go to information so you can see it properly. Where do we see the length? Yeah, here's the injury. 3 months is the injury, as you can see. He's been a solo player at left back for us, so he's going to be sorely missed. And hopefully it doesn't affect the results too much, like it has been doing, like Sunderland, who picked up a 1-1. We haven't been conceding too much, so it's not like we're getting dominated, unless you count like Manchester United conceded 3, West Ham, but that was a high-scoring match, Newcastle at the start of the season, sort of, so obviously, but don't forget, we don't have amazing players. Good tactics can only take you so far. You need, obviously, players, good players for the tactic as well. Again, like I said, Swansea, that was a very good result. I wanted to win there anyway. Sunderland, again, I suppose 1-1, that was equal to the way the game went. Everton was unfortunate to lose, but these things happen. Arsenal picked up an injury for Andy Vyman, which is very disappointing, but playing away, we only lost 1-0, so I thought that was a good performance by us. We just couldn't get on the score sheet, but only conceding 1 away to Arsenal, who's a high-scoring team. That was a pretty good result, and it really showed in the next match against West Brom. Finally, our tactic is getting together right now. Maybe it was just one good result, you don't know, but we really started to do good. And actually, I decided to play Darren Bentz over Benteke, because Benteke recently hasn't been scoring for whatever reason, and Bent is actually transfer listed because I wasn't playing him. He was transfer listed by request, so he might want to get rid of that and stay at the team, but ideally I said I wanted to sell him, but I don't know, maybe I just overlooked his attributes. Look, anticipation, determination, off the ball, very good attributes for strikers. Obviously finishing, 15 is very solid, and he's got that pace. His acceleration makes him, acceleration 18, that's always going to make him fast. And yeah, he still has like maybe 2 more years as a top level striker, so maybe we'll just leave him, see how he goes. He just wasn't, no, I just wasn't confident with him, and especially we got an injury also to Nicholas Helenius, so it was probably the best thing is to keep Bent and not sell him in January. But yeah, I wanted to go ahead. I'm probably going to have to edit this wage budget right now, because maybe some clauses have gone through, I'm not really sure, but I'll just edit that so I'm not in the red. Yeah, you always got to be careful of that, so I'll just go there for the wage budget. I'm not signing anyone anyways. I'm looking for some free transfers. I always do my method to make them unsettled. If you don't know, I'll talk about that maybe a bit at another time, but it's pretty simple. Maybe I'll show you in a second. I just got to find an example. I have to go down here for someone, and yeah, there'll be a couple examples. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Phillips. This guy, what's his first name? Yeah, Matt Phillips from Blackpool. His contract is running out at the end of the season. So what I did to him, it's pretty easy. Just go talk to press, and then you go to declare interest, and then you do the middle option. You say, we are interested in signing Matt Phillips, but there is a number of players on our radar, and that seems to work for every single player, makes them unsettled. You choose the middle option. At least in my opinion, it would mean to the player they will see they're probably not their number one option. They're just, they've got a couple options on the radar, the team, obviously for me, and yeah, he wants to put out good performances, and he wants to go to a bigger team, so that's something I do to unsettle players, and it works, at least for players that are not unrealistic signings. It works every single time, or at least 99% of the time. You see, you go to unrealistic transfers and expiring in 1 year, or depends where you are. I'll have to do 6 months soon. But yeah, here's another guy, Jamal Barker. He's a winger. He'll be good for the team. But it didn't really work for him. But he's touted as the next Didier 6, obviously from Togo and France. So that's a bit weird. It says his nationality is France, and he's the manager of Togo. Okay, of course. Jamel Bakar. He seems a very good prospect. He's obviously got the potential to be someone, so obviously that means he has good potential in the game. So with his contract running out, I may look to make a move of him, and only like 15 days till I can do that in the end of December. So you've got to be excited towards that happening. And again, another thing I want to talk about in this episode is the Premier League, how close it is. Maybe not so for us, but if we get the next win here against Man City, but even though it's unlikely, we can leapfrog Liverpool, which is always good to do. But look how close the league is. Maybe if you forget about Manchester United, even they've dropped points. They've taken a loss and 4 draws. But if you look at the difference between Arsenal and Everton, in between, or even Swansea, from 9th to 2nd, or even Man City, if I compare it to, from 3rd to 9th, is only 4 points difference. It was even close a couple games ago. I wanted to do the episode now, but Arsenal and Man City picked up wins, but it was really close. You can tell how close it is, and if we can go on a winning run, we can definitely be in contention for the Europa League places. It's definitely, this league is really close. There's a big difference between, you got those relegation teams, then you got the top teams right there. So it's this league season is very interesting how it's panning out. Like I said, Swansea could almost come in the Champions League if they come on a good run. They're only 4 points away from Man City. That's what I basically wanted to let you know in this episode, that it's really close in the top half of the table. So a couple wins in a row. And yeah, we had a good run. I suppose some people could say my good start to the season was very important. You see that I picked up 4 wins, and that was very important, because if I didn't pick up those wins, I could be in a very bad shape right now, because apart from those, I only picked up 2 wins. So some would say I would be lucky. I could be in the relegation zone and being again threatened to be fired, but I did get those wins. The tactic is good. My players' morale was poor, and it looks like we're getting injuries again, so this is not very good. But I'll bring in Yakuba Silla for Kieran Clark. Tanev, he's been okay. Bakuna, haven't really given him a chance. I'm not sure why, just the balance of the team. Also, Stephen Ireland requested a transfer, but what can you do about that? And I was sort of thinking not to do these live games anymore. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, just basically how I feel on the day or something. But yeah, I'm just going to see how it pans out. And here I'm going to give Charles Nzogby. I'm teaching him to play left back, but he's not really enjoying it. But he's our only option right now to do, at least I think that can suit that position. And because Bent is playing good, even though he wants to be transfer listed, or he's requested to be transfer listed, I'm just putting him in so he can do well. I have to go with the same starting 11. They did the job really, unless there's someone else like Egbonglehor. I'm not sure. Because Albrighton hasn't really been amazing, so I'll bring Gabby on for the pace against Man City. Defenders have been doing well. Oh, this guy I have to show you, Nathan Baker. He's played 2 last game for us. I'm just going to let his form do the talking. 2 games against Arsenal, like you know, we lost 1-0, but he still got an 8.2 rating, and then an 8.7. And in those weeks, he was in the team of the week 2 weeks in a row. So I haven't really played him yet, and I'm not sure why I didn't, because tackling is fantastic. I'm working on his marking in training specifically because it's a bit low for me. It's only 12. It was 11, so I'm working on that. And yeah, he could be a very good player for the future, and good player for now. Like I said, 2 weeks in a row, he's been in the team of the week. So you got to be excited about that. Kyriakos, he's been a decent, but for me in the games he's made some mistakes. I'm not sure if that's going to be affected in that, but yeah, we're getting injuries now, and that's where the bad stuff happens. But we've got a solid team. Actually, Ron Vlaar, I don't know, to put Ron Vlaar instead of now Baker is playing well. I just got to leave in the confidence of the players that are playing well, so I'll leave it at that. And yeah, and Zogby at left back. We don't have any other options, unfortunately. Lowton, he's on poor morale because we were declaring interest, like I've explained before, on a right back to come in next season on a free transfer. Might show him in January or whenever I make the offer. And we're bringing Westwood into that right back role because I taught him to play there, and he's got decent attributes for that kind of position, even though he's natural as a centre mid. So he's been one of our better players and got solid mental attributes. So you would imagine he would do good in that kind of position. And giving Fabian Delph a chance for me. He's done really well in the chances I've given him. He scored some goals in really limited chances. If you see history, he scored 1 goal in the Cup and 1 goal in the league from, like I said, really limited games. And for me, there's not really much other guys in there. We've got Al Amadi, but again, I suppose he's okay, but I don't know. I like choosing the same team like I did in the last match, but I don't know if that's just maybe Fabian Delph, because yeah, I'm not sure. Fabian Delph, it's hard to say because he's got a good pace. That makes him slightly a better player. I'm just going to get... he's got 15 long shots as well, so maybe he can take those long shots on and maybe get... But even though we're not really based on that. And Barry Banan as well. He's been decent, even though the rating doesn't really show it. But I'll get into the match now. I don't want to go too long. And yeah, like I said, I want to get through it quick, but it's like against Manchester City. So yeah, it's probably going to be hard to get a win against Manchester City, but we're playing in a very attacking formation. Just look at their team right now. Negredo as striker. You got Silva in there, Sergio Aguero, Samir Nasri, and you got Barry and Yaya Toure. Very good defensive centre mids. And then their defence is very strong as well with Alaba, Vincent Kompany, Lescott, and Zabaleta. But one thing, they got Gomez as their striker. This guy, I'm not sure about. He's very eccentric, and his decisions is only 9. If you're an eccentric goalkeeper, your decisions need to be high, so maybe that's a good thing for me. Gomez is definitely not a good keeper. Yeah, it's hard to say. They only got him on loan from Tottenham, so that's okay for them. You would imagine Joe Hart will be injured. I wouldn't imagine they sold him, but who knows? I don't know. Joe Hart's he's not in the choices right now. Have they even given him a chance, or what's happening? I'm not sure. Hopefully they continue to play Gomez, and Joe Hart might want to leave. I'm just going to put a sneaky talk to press right now. Declare interest in him. I'll just say that. It doesn't really matter which one for me. I just choose whatever. But anyway, with Gomez is the number 1 keeper, maybe Joe Hart, he might want to leave if he sees that. That would be amazing if we could sign him. But obviously, he would probably cost a bit much, I would imagine. But hopefully, you just gotta you take a little. There's no harm in that. There's no harm in saying you're interested in them. Really, you don't lose anything, and you take a chance. Maybe they want to join you and get transfer listed. So, you got to take the risk with that. Like I said, there's no harm in doing it. So here, just doing the opposition instructions. I've started to do this. Just do tight marking and show onto foot, not close down. It seemed to be working well, especially in the last match. I'll do that with the attacking mids, and of course the striker as well. In Alvaro Negredo, he's a solid striker, and same with Nasri. And yeah, like that, and that should do well. Yaya Toure, hard tackle. Anyone else? Same with Silva, he's on hard tackle as well. Okay, that's all right. Maybe with the Alaba as well. Anyone with really low condition, not really low, like under 95, that's what I normally do. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but sometimes they get injuries, that's what I notice, so that's the reason why I do it. And yeah, hopefully it does make a difference, and if Fernandinho comes on, I'll hard tackle him, and Dzeko as well, so we'll leave it at that. And it would be amazing just to pick up a point against Man City. Even though we're at home, you might want to get a result. So yeah, that's definitely, I'm not going to go out, I do want to have in my head, I want to go out at least pick up a point, pick up something from this match, but it doesn't mean I'm going to go defensive. I just want to go with my natural formation, because then it plays with the mentality of your team. If you change it up too much, I'm just going to leave it how it is, and hopefully the team is confident, especially after getting a win, scoring 3 against West Brom. My team is on goal-scoring form, and I'm working on defensive positioning and training, so it should mix well together, I would imagine. Hopefully, anyway. At least that's how I imagine it should work. But here, Man City dominating possession early with 66%. But here, Darren Bent, who knows? If he does well, obviously, this has happened before when a player requests for a transfer, but Gabby comes in. Oh, is that a penalty? Haha, it's a penalty. We've got Barry Banan. You probably prefer Benteke to take it, but Banan, he's been a decent player he hasn't been bad, so I have confidence in him to score. He's a good penalty taker. Oh my god. He didn't even get it on target. Ooh. See, and I'll doubt. Yep, of course they'll score now. That's the difference. We could have gone 1-0 ahead, then gone defensive, but that's the luck of the game. If I was playing Benteke again, it could have been a different story. This game right here, he couldn't. Surely he should have got on target, but yeah, I'm not gonna, because expectations aren't really high this season, so I'm not too disappointed. Like, if we lose these kind of matches, just as long as we come mid-table, like Man City, we're not expected to get results against them. So, I thought, this is going to be another goal. Oh, good save. Guzan's actually been decent. He's still increasing in his attributes in training, and he's 28, so that's very good. And yeah, I'm just disappointed. I was surprised that we had a chance to go in front. That was the main thing. But at least I have the chance to say I'm disappointed in the team talk, and that might turn it around. But yeah, we could be winning 1-0 instead of them, but I'm not going to harp on it too much. But maybe if we lose by that goal, who knows? It's not going to be a difference maker, because we're going to finish mid-table, and yeah, that's the goal for this season. I don't want to over-exceed expectations, because then next season the expectations will be higher. So you got to play it smart. That's what I do anyway. But obviously you don't go out purposely to lose, and I'm definitely not doing that. I just want to give young players experience. But that's an own goal. I think it's own goal. I got an own goal in the last. Not I got. West Brom got an own goal for us in our last match, and Bent was around the area as he was again. So maybe Bent, he should stay at the team. Leave your comments. Do you think he should stay, and because he's the more experienced striker? And yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like his attributes, but I suppose then I had a second look at his mental attributes, and obviously they're good for a striker. And I gave him the chance, and he's done well. So in the end, I have to say I'm pleased now because we got that equalising goal. I'll say assertive. I'm pleased with how it's going. And there you see a lot of players getting delighted. What more can I ask from that? No red action. So yeah, that's very good. And yeah, we have a chance to actually get a win here. So I'm going to continue with this. I don't like changing from my overload because it's a balance overload. It's not just like gung-ho attack. It's definitely balanced with the player instructions. I might show you something at a later date how it is, but Ben gets past. Oh, I thought he would have scored there because normally when your player, like, he does a good dribble and then obviously he'll have the confidence to finish. But it wasn't to be on that occasion, and they actually might have a chance here. You see, those are the differences in matches. Jovetic, Kyriakos, he tackled it and it went straight to Aguero. See, Aguero, when he's on good form, especially, and that's something I noticed in a match when a player scored before, he has higher score, like a chance to score in the next opportunity. And look, Kyriakos, he tackled it, went straight to Aguero. But sometimes that's like Football Manager is, and I wouldn't be surprised if they score from this, and they do. And like I said, I'm playing on the key highlights, so it's going through it very quick. And as I said, I wasn't expecting to win this match. But it could have been a different story if we did score that penalty. The mentality of the team will be different, but I'm probably just going to bring on young players to get experience now, I guess. But we don't have anyone in the centre mid, so we'll just bring on Alamadi. And again, Bent, he had the chances, but hasn't really done. See, Bannon, he's got a low rating. But realistically, we still have a chance if we're playing attacking, I guess. Albrighton, he's on good form. I definitely know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take off Bent. Only a 6.7 rating, not amazing. Then I'll swap Albrighton to his natural position, then bring Gabby Ogbonlahor as a striker. If we were to come back in this match, it has to be a pacey striker, someone who can really exploit slow centre-back. So definitely what I'm going to do. So obviously, I'm not expecting... This result is what you expect, really. And I suppose it's a realistic result, and people would almost say I'm cheating if I win with Aston Villa against Man City. But yeah, and especially with playing through a lot, I definitely don't want people to accuse me of cheating, so definitely want to have a realistic match. But we'll see what happens. If we get a goal here from a corner, making up for the penalty, Kyriakos gives us a slight chance of picking up something from this match. He's been an excellent free transfer for us. And Nzogbia, I should say, he's been a decent player, getting some assists here and there, couple goals as well. Kyriakos, he got up well against Company as well. So two centre-backs, two very experienced centre-backs going head-to-head there. So that should give us the confidence maybe to get an equaliser. That would be fantastic. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Another high-scoring match. And that's why I play attacking, to get a lot of goals. And it's more entertaining for like a viewer's point of view. Like, you wouldn't want me to play defensive, would you? And get like these 0-0 results. It would be pretty boring. At least what I imagine. I imagine it would be pretty boring if I just get 1-0 wins or 1-0 losses. Or sometimes that happens. Obviously, every match is not going to be full out attacking. And Zogbia, good defending Baker again. He's going to be really good. He's only like 21 now, I believe. Zabaleta. Oh, that's a red card. Zabaleta's gone. I'm really lucky, actually. Like, the last few matches I've got red cards, or not I have, the team I'm playing against have. So that definitely gives us a chance. I don't need to change anything because my tactic is attacking already, and it's very good for scoring goals. You see 2 already against Man City. So we should have a chance. If we can get the ball back, Alaba going into midfield here. They're playing 3 centre-backs. That can be a dangerous formation in Football Manager. It's not really... 3 centre-backs is not really good in Football Manager, especially when you play against a team that, like our formation, utilises the wings. But, they've got a good team, so I wouldn't be surprised if they score. But good defending again. Baker intercepted. Then it went through Nzogbia, but now Ogbonlahor, like I said, to use the pace, but he's kind of getting blocked right now. Lalic, Nzogbia again. Bannon! He makes up for his earlier error from the penalty spot. He makes it up there. He's really a small player, isn't he, as well? So I definitely didn't expect him to win a header. And that was fantastic play. And again, it all starts in defence with Nathan Baker making the interception. And he should get another over 8 rating. I'm not sure, conceding 3 goals. But Nzogbia, another assist as well. And Bannon, that definitely makes up for the missed penalty. But you think if he scored that, we could have won this match. But all in all, I'll definitely accept the point. I definitely did not think I'll get a point from this match. So this is a point that I wasn't expecting. So that's one added to the league table. and we should like stay around the same position. Kyriakos was good in defence, and let's see the ratings again. Nathan Baker, he only got a 7. Like I said, that probably led to conceding 3 goals. It's hard to get a good rating unless you score like Kyriakos did. I'm going to say passionate because I was really happy with the performance. Because don't forget, it's Man City, a team that's expected to come at least first or second in the league, for the league title. So that was a good performance and a good result as well. And you see Arsenal winning 1-0, Chelsea losing. That's what I mean. It's really close. Fulham beating Chelsea. Now they leapfrog Chelsea as well. Liverpool, actually, their manager got sacked. So who's the manager right now? Marcelo Bielsa. Again, I have no idea who this guy is, but he's the manager right now. And who else? Any other surprising result? Newcastle has been really hard to beat. That's good for us. With Stoke losing, we should leapfrog them. Maybe, not sure. Norwich taking the win over Everton. Again, another good result. Everton dropping down. West Ham, Swansea win. They've been doing very well, but we got the win against them. I suppose that's all you can ask for. And see Bannan. Let's see this. He won a header. I'm pretty sure it was a header that he got, and he's only 170 centimeters. I suppose it's not too small, but his strength and jumping is really bad. So I was really surprised. And look at that. He's, penalty taking 15 and composure 16. Two really important attributes from taking penalties from the spot. So maybe it was another day he would have scored. So that's why 15 penalty taking is pretty good. And along with 16 composure, to be composed under pressure, you would have thought he would have scored, but it wasn't to be. But he ended up scoring anyway. And of course, Sheffield United received the 250k from the Lowton deal. No doubt he's part of the future, so I did want to play him. Even though we're getting another right back, he feels the pressure, but that's what I like. I like to put the pressure on my players. Some people don't like to, but I think it brings the best out of your players. I suppose it depends on their personalities, but to me, I do want to put my pressure on the players to find out who's the best players in my team and who deserves to stay at the team. So that's one point I really did not expect to get against Man City. I found Man City always impossible to beat, especially with not a top 4 team as well. That's even harder. So if you look at it now, we're sitting pretty much where we're predicted, mid-table. So realistically, we're probably going to finish 12th to 10th, maybe 9th if we get some wins on. But definitely we're not going to get relegated. We've already made a big difference between, because Crystal Palace, they're struggling to win. Hull's only won once. Sunderland, they're a solid Premier League team, so they may got some wins, but we're we're most likely not going to get relegated. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully enjoy that very entertaining match with 6 goals, and hopefully we can continue our solid performances like our last 2 matches, scoring 3 goals. That's our tactic is finally showing we can score goals. 6 goals in the last 2 matches, but we've got Chelsea up next. But then we start to get some easy matches. You've got Southampton, Crystal Palace, Stoke. Then we've got Leeds, so we can pick up some wins there, hopefully anyway. And we can maybe just push towards that Europa League place. We got to get a winning run on if we're going to stand a chance. And it is pretty close. If we can get the couple wins in a row and to put us in that position where these other teams are, who knows what may happen for the rest of the season. So the next update might be the end of January when I make some transfers. And then after that, the next one will be the regen dates. And then maybe I'll play through the end of the season. Just depends what cup. If I make a good FA Cup run, we'll see what happens with that. So I'll leave it for now. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time with the next episode.